Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie, and we're here to tell you about what's going on.
It's hump day.
65 right now, as we'll get to about 85, 86, so it'll be a warm day.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. At least it's not in the 90s. We can deal with that as long as it's not way on up there.
I'm ready, as we mentioned. What is it, like the 15th or 16th of October? We're going to be somewhere around 75 degrees. I'm looking forward to that.
I am too. Diane Hale's with us this morning from East Tennessee, and our prayers continue for all of Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia. It's terrible. You know, a friend of mine posted yesterday on Facebook, and I was looking at it, and he said, remember all of these people that are living in the mountains. Mountains are way up.
Yep.
And you think, well, why should I get flood insurance if I live on top of a mountain? So they have homeowners insurance, but they don't have flood insurance. So if you don't have flood insurance, there's nothing to help you with what you just lost.
That's great. Even FEMA doesn't go in on that, does it? Do they? How does that break down?
No, because your insurance base, your flood insurance is through the National Flood Insurance Program. The only people you can buy it from is federal. You can buy it through your insurance company, but it's through a federal program. And, a lot of the talk is, well, I don't live in a flood
And I'm the same way.
plain. I don't live in a flood zone, so I don't need it. And that's a misconception of just because you don't live in a FEMA floodplain does not mean that you're not in a floodplain. It probably means that FEMA has not come to your particular area and done a study and said, yes, you're in a floodplain. Because it's an awful lot of work and an awful lot of expense to come and do that study.
And I don't know this before I ask this, but is it a lot more to your insurance policy to put flood? It is?
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all.
So that's why America, if you don't have to have it, doesn't.
And for the most part. And you're not required. If you live in a flood zone, then you are required to have flood insurance through a lender, or a lot of times you can't get a loan if you live in a flood zone.
Oh, that's true. They won't.
And so now that you live in a place that is not a flood zone and you don't have flood insurance and this happens, it's a terrible situation. Now, when FEMA does come in, now there's some small business loans out there that they can get, low interest loans that they can get to help them. But the key word on that is loan.
Yeah.
I mean, can we afford a loan at this time? I mean, look what's going on the East Coast and down in the Gulf. Supply and demand, we got a demand, but we fixing to have a supply.
That's right.
Prices of that's going to go up, and they will not come down. If they get their 77% increase in pay that they're wanting, some people are going to scream out, going, but it's over 6 years. Do you think they're going to start trying to get money to make that payment for a 77% increase in 6 years? No, they're going to get what they can now so they can make those payments. And who's paying for that?
You. Consumer, everybody.
So the price of everything. You think it's bad now? No, it ain't. This ain't nothing. This is going to be like what it was when Trump brought back industry into America and the prices of gasoline and goods went down. And then you saw over the last 3.5 years what the prices have done with everything. Just wait, boys and girls. We ain't through yet.
And gosh, I hope they get this settled quickly and they'll get back to work. We're getting Charles watching from Iowa this morning. 43 degrees in Iowa. Boy,
put you a jacket on, Charles. You might need a little coat.
James joining us there from Quitman. Good morning. Hope your day is going well for you.
Yeah.
Carl, we got APEC.
APEC watching. And
this goes on and on. Calhoun, Georgia. jumps in there with us today.
Yeah, Clark County in the house. Of course, we got our friends over in Clark County.
I want to mention, Odie, there's some people that are sweating. I don't know if we've been paying attention to what's going on, this Diddy thing. Did you listen to what the attorney said?
No.
He said if you were in a room, if you owned a business and were aware of what was going on, we're coming after you. They have a list of 120 people that's going to be connected to this Diddy thing. Already 180 people that have signed up to sue him, but it's 120 people that could be indicted in a sex scandal. And I don't know how deep it goes, but all of that is getting ready to roll out, and there are people in Hollywood sweating ferociously. Is that a word?
Yeah, that means tough.
Yeah, it's getting bad. But, we've got two. You go back to the R. Kelly thing. He did this. Now Diddy. Who else in the Weinstein? Who else is guilty of this because they had money and power, put their thumb on people?
And they thought they were above the law. Oh, I'm a Hollywood. People know me.
And Hollywood tries to influence you how to vote,
day.
what to do, and everything in life. And they're not. They're sinners. Let's just put it the way it is.
When a person has 20, 40, $80 million in their checking account.
Quit bragging, Odie.
Yeah.
We know that you got it going on. You got a camper. It costs a lot of money to keep that thing going.
Boy. Yeah. Do you think they really give a flip about a loaf of bread going up $1?
No.
Mm-mm. But hello.
That affects us.
It affects us, and that's the biggest thing is.
Think about this, Odie. 120 people, and that's just the start. It's going to be others that roll off of this list, and everything is said.
Yeah.
Even the attorneys are going. You're going to be shocked by the names that are on it.
And then people are sitting back going, whoa, it wasn't just me. They was in it too. Do I get a little bit of help here when it comes to sentencing? If I no. Oh
Boy.
yeah.
So that's what's happening with America with this thing. And where's Debbie? Could be our trial lawyer. She used to be real good at this. We'll send her to go sit out on the Diddy in courtroom for us to give us updates.
We need to get her a tent.
Yeah. Scotty Ray and Odie, it is a Wednesday morning. That makes it
hump day.
Going to be perfect weather. We'll be right back as we'll get into some local things that are happening. Stay with us, and we'll tell you about candy crawls and Halloween. All that's up and coming.
Come see us at Kia Meridian, where we have the best deals in town. We have 0% for 48 months on remaining 2024 Kia Sorrentos and Kia Sportages. Come see us. We're putting dreams in driveways.
Al's Garden and Gift, a charming place to harvest memories and gift. Full selection of pumpkins in a variety of colors and sizes. Capture curb appeal. Enhance an entrance or outdoor living space with beautiful mums, snapdragons, hay bales, corn stalks, or a handmade wreath. Make game days and tailgating even more fun with Captain Rodney's. Savory spices, grilling sauces, gourmet jellies, and Mississippi cheese straws too. Come fall in love with all things autumn at Al's Garden and Gift.
When I was elected to the state Senate 9 years ago, my goal was to bring a new generation of conservative leadership to the Capitol to get things done. I'm Mississippi Supreme Court to do the same thing. I've written legislation to lower taxes and reduce regulations on farmers, manufacturers, and other businesses in Mississippi. On the Supreme Court, I'll use my experience and conservative values to always interpret the law, not to rewrite it or bend the rules for anyone.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. Welcome back, your friends. Well, I was trying to figure out who somebody was. Who's Kim Porter? She's written a book, apparently has something to do with Diddy, and Amazon has yanked the book.
I don't know.
And again, I have to apologize. I know there's a lot of people that are more up on the celebrities and who done it and how they done it, and I just don't know who she is.
Well, I don't. after what these celebrities have done and tried to poke their name into everybody's everyday life, I've gotten tired of even dealing with them.
She was married to him at one point.
Long-term partner of P. Diddy.
Okay.
Oh, and she done wrote a book.
I made a
Now,
mistake.
maybe she's the one that I was hearing about that took notes the whole time they were together. And her book was one of the things that
Help get
really
this started.
pushed this thing out. So,
And my apologies on that. I said wife, and as you pointed out, it was long-term partner. There's a difference there. Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing all that. But a few thoughts on that. What we got a gospel group coming?
We do, yeah. It looks like the Dixie Echoes. We're going to be at Broadmoor Baptist Church this Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. over on Highway 39 North. Free, but they will be taking a love offering while you're there. So come out and check out the Dixie Echoes.
Nothing wrong with
Broadmoor Baptist Church.
We'd love to have your birthday anniversary. I know we've had several anniversaries rolling in this morning.
Yeah, we've
people.
got a few of them. And
Let's see here. We had some gunfire last night. If you were traveling along on Highway 19 and you come up on the red light there on Highway 19 and go, what was that I heard? Yes, it was gunfire around 20th Street Extension. To our knowledge, there's no injuries or damage at this point, but there was some gunfire. I got several people that reported hearing it last night. So,
wow.
Use your caution there in those areas. That's pretty common in that area. Now, we had late last night out on Highway 11 and 80, where 11 and 80 meets Butts Road.
Yeah.
We had someone that somehow or another accidentally kind of run through the stop sign and struck a tree.
Oh.
There were 3 people in the car. I believe one person was transported to the hospital in a minivan all up in the bushes there.
Yeah, you can't park there.
Yeah. There's a little tree there in front there, done some damage. As you see nothing major there, but could have been a lot worse. Airbags deployed.
Well, I hope they're okay, and prayers for them.
Now,
Yeah.
am I right that basically if you own a car and an airbag goes off, you can pretty
Total.
much, it's gone?
Yep, insurance going to total it.
Because it costs too much to replace the bag?
That and, chances of it popping back out and it's not the way it should be, just go ahead and get rid of it.
Okay. I was curious about that because I often see a wreck to where it doesn't look bad at all and there's airbags everywhere.
And then
so
they say, okay, totaled out.
So that makes it a goner.
That's a goner.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. Where was this one at? I want to say this was
8th Street and 39th Avenue.
We did. And again, this was not one of those huge bad ones, but let me pull this up here where we can see full screen here. Let me hit play here. It was one of those fender benders, basically.
Boop, just a little hit.
Yeah, we had 2 cars involved. Done a little bit more damage to that car, but it could have been a lot worse. Everybody was checked out. They're going to be okay.
Pull that back up. I want to do a kudos.
What you see?
Look at Meridian Fire Department.
It's parked there in
It's
the road.
October, but you see the guys there and their
Oh,
turnout?
yeah.
It's October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and there's our Meridian Fire Department sporting their pink shirts in support of Breast Cancer Month.
It is. October is that.
Kudos to Meridian Fire Department for doing that, and I think that's a great deal.
It is. And I saw it when I walked up, and it never even dawned on me to talk about that. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Oh, keen eye of Odie, always on the scene.
Look at there.
Those guys were a lot of places yesterday as they went out and about. One of the places that we went to yesterday was going to be over on 10th Avenue. If you're going down Highway 39, just to your right, which would be west, a couple of blocks over is 10th Avenue. It runs out on 14th Street eventually. We had an incident there. We've had several at this stop sign before. And let me hit play here so it'll spin around.
Yeah, it's over there by the
there.
original Hudnall's Food
Sure
Mart.
is. We had a couple of cars involved. There's one, and now I want to show you. Let me pause this, and we'll get to it as soon as this car goes by, and I'll show you the still pictures. You see this humongous light pole?
Yeah.
Well, that really is humongous, Odie. Let me get here to a picture and show you what it looked like up there.
It looks new.
Yeah.
It looks tough.
It didn't budge. I don't know how big around that pole is, but it's thick.
Yeah.
And basically, it was a bumped, and then the car went over the road, hit a mailbox, and then hit the light pole there.
Well, they could buff that out.
Maybe so. And again, as you see here, not a lot of damage to this car, more damage to this one as it tapped that light pole.
Man.
One person was transported to be checked out. And again, we'll go with minor injuries on that. But it's a lot of this goes on during the daytime. And
It is.
yeah, and Neshoba County was no different. We got Neshoba Countyans out this morning.
Oh, you can't fish like that.
No, you cannot. And so we just took the truck right on down and went fishing. What happened to my picture there, Shaggy? Let's see if I can get it pulled up. Here we go.
Oh,
Right on off in there. Just went ahead and removed the toolbox. It didn't need to be on there.
you might want to get you a boat before you try that next time.
And here's a closer look at this. Again, this is Deemer Road, which is also known as Highway 505. If you come to the intersection going into Philadelphia, the city limits, that first stop sign, you were to take a left and go to the stop sign.
Yep, like the back way to go to the casino.
You're right.
Now.
If you take a left instead of a right going toward that is where Deemer Road is
Okay.
on there. And it runs back down to, if I remember correctly, Highway 492 at some point down there by the country club where you
By
can go
the
play
country
golf.
club.
I like old Travis myself.
Yeah. I can't play golf. I'm pretty good at putt-putt.
I ain't no good at that.
Of course, we don't even have a putt-putt anymore, do we?
No. I was somewhere. Where was I this week? And somebody accused me of taking people golfing to get information from them.
I didn't know you golf.
I don't. So I don't know how I done that. I magically appeared on a golf club. I don't.
Now, how can you play golf and chase crime? You took them for a one-hole shot.
They were telling it for the truth. That was my gimmick. How I get information out of people. I'm like, come on. I don't know. I know I've heard the term driver. Outside of that, I don't know anything else.
So there's a bounty for anybody that has a picture of you on a golf course with anybody, because it just simply didn't happen.
I've swung a club once. My uncle had a set, and
Who'd you swing it at?
Well, the top of it was broke. He'd got it out of the dump. Somebody gave it to him. It was, you know how it's got the handles. It was broke,
Yeah.
and you had to wear a glove because it would cut your hand. And we were in the backyard. That didn't work out. And then David Coates from Philadelphia had a club one time, and he put up a ball, and I swung at it, and I missed, and I like to hurt myself. That thing, that club is floppy, whatever that thing is. You know, the end of it wobbles. And I swung
think you
at
had
it.
a bad club.
And I missed it there, Odie, and I handed it back to him and said, I got to go. That concluded my golfing experience
So
in
you
life.
like to pull your back out, huh?
It can hurt you. Now, I might could do better with, what's his name, Happy Gilmore's club there. He had that
Took
thing.
a
Had that,
running start. Yeah, that was, what do you call it, a hockey puck?
yeah. So, I ain't been on no golf courses, folks. Just tell it how it is. Did we bring up the repo man that got shot at yesterday?
No.
The repo man. Y'all think about this guy. He has to go do what nobody else wants to do. When you don't make your payment, it's not his fault that you did not pay for your car.
I did repo years ago.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I had a gun pulled on me, and I said, this ain't it.
Well, that happened in this instance. Newton County is where we go, Odie, as we'll go over to the 3600 block of Newton Conahatta Road.
Oof.
He showed up to pick up the car. He pulls up in the yard, and old boy just whoops out a pistol and pow in the air. So he kind of got back in his truck. I don't blame him.
Well, I did too.
He called the.
They didn't shoot. They just pulled it. That was enough for me.
Yep, they called Jody. Jody come out, and after investigating, he realized the guy with the gun there had warrants on him out in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Well, how you doing there, fella?
He's sitting behind that barbed wire me and you went up and took a look at there in Newton County. Yeah, he's got a lot of time to think about things.
And you don't want to just stay inside your house over there. They got this tool.
Do you remember?
They could drive through your house.
They could. But do you remember in your office I don't know, it was a month, maybe 6 months, 8 months ago, I called you and said, did you see anything? No, down the street from Odie's office, the repo man showed up to get a car.
Sure did, down there by the old floors.
Yeah, and they hit the truck with the bullets.
Yeah, and we were trying to pull it up on camera.
I zoomed in on the aluminum on his truck that had holes in it. That old boy was just trying to make a living.
That's all he wanted to do. If you owe, your stuff will go. It ain't his fault.
No, it's not. But people get testy over that.
Yeah.
I think it's best to go in the middle of the night when everybody's asleep.
Yeah, you can legally steal a car. Because it don't belong to them no more. You got the paperwork saying, I own the car, I want it back, go get my car.
And I realize the police do not have time to go with every time that a car is repossessed. They would... Man, just pass by a commercial bank. There's always, like, the first of the month, there's 25 sitting out there. Somebody's been busy.
Yep.
It's always interesting to see what's going on there.
It is. Sometimes you can get a good deal.
Yes, you can. But he's just doing his job, folks, and pay your bills. We'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Odie.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler? Or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles. A GMC Denali. Or a 2024 Silverado 2500. Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low-mileage cars and trucks.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical, 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian, 601-693-6374.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Always know that when you see black Tahoes arrive in a neighborhood that have tinted windows and these little guys jump out wearing green with bulletproof vests, it ain't going to be good for somebody.
Yeah, somebody is being looked at.
We don't have all the details yet, but we know that one person was stuffed and cuffed into a vehicle. We don't know what they did yet. But a large police presence, you might say, on 5th Street yesterday morning. And that was the skinny on that. That was probably U.S. Marshals is what we'll call that. Again, we have not gotten all the information on that.
I need
just
to go
yet.
to the correction department real quick.
Oh, where is it? Who's in there?
Dixie Echoes, and I guess I completely saw that wrong. I'm not sure, but anyway, Dixie Echoes, Broadmoor Baptist Church, this Sunday at 10:30, not Saturday. So, all right. Had my days wrong, I reckon.
All right, we got to brag on this. This is hilarious.
Yeah.
And done good. Halloween is, and a lot of costumes with homecoming going on this week. I had someone dress as me yesterday, and look at this. Did he not do good?
I mean, that is the hat, the creases. I mean, it's just like yours. Like he came and took a replica of your hat and put that on and
down to the bulletproof vest. We appreciate that. That's humbling, is what that is for a kid to dress as you. That is, Odie, without a doubt, humbling that someone would think enough of you to do that.
We got Haley and Sarah said that they were going to dress as me and you for Halloween this year. I said y'all be the talk of the town and winner chicken dinner of any contest you was going to be.
Wish them luck.
Yeah.
We also had and as I walked on this, I looked around, I thought, I have never been on this street in my life. This is just off of 8th Street. Never been there. But as you look at a road map, you can get around traffic this way. As we look here to 46th Avenue and 10th Street, as you can see, it went off in the ditch there. And again, there's those pink shirts again, Odie. Look at that.
Yeah. They sporting them.
We'll pull this up and let you get a better view of what went on there yesterday. Off in the curb. And when you want to talk about a one-way street,
That's full there now.
but nobody else gonna fit on it.
No.
But the guys showed up and took care of it. It was minor injuries. She went off in that culvert there. And always good to bump into somebody else from Kemper County that happened to be there, used to live there. Said they come to town and took a job. Next thing you know, they never left.
Hey, might as well stay.
It does happen there. Let's see some other things that have gone on. We have entered the Scarecrow contest.
Oh, I didn't know which one it was at first.
The Center for Dyslexia does this each year, and they encourage businesses to make
The Scarecrow.
Scarecrow can get it out. And we want to say a big thank you. Let me pull this up here. This is going to be at Indigo, is where they let us put our Scarecrow.
Now, Scotty Ray's the one on the left.
And apparently how this works is, let me get down here to it. That's what it looks like in the store window.
And the Scotty Ray mobile.
We got the truck there, the whole 9 yards. But apparently you scan that code and then you can vote on your favorite Scarecrow. So
okay.
That one's in town if you want to go take a look at it. And from my understanding, they're placed in businesses all around downtown. Go by and vote, take a look at everybody's. It's a lot of fun for people to go do that.
That's pretty cool.
Big thank you to my team for putting that together, because I have never built a Scarecrow before.
That wasn't yours, huh?
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but that's a good thing. They're located directly across from Gene's Restaurant downtown, and I could hear the cackling from various law enforcement agencies as I walked across the street with my Scarecrow yesterday. I got your name. I know who you are. So that was fun there. Also, a big night. And let me go over here, Odie. And where did I do with it? The cheerleaders. Let me back this up.
Oh, yeah.
I think we'll be able to hear this as I walked up here on scene with the cheerleaders. Let me hit this button and let's see if it comes out.
Something's doing something. Oh.
I think that came out. That's the West Lauderdale cheerleaders. They had homecoming last night. Had a chance to go check it all out. And let me show you some pictures of the homecoming parade here. We had a bunch of beauty queens. Look at this, Odie.
Oh, wow.
And as we go through here, more and more, Lainey. Have you ever seen a Lamborghini here?
Not up close, no.
There you go. I've got a feeling it's fast.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
67.
Oh, man.
Nice car there. It was the cars were everywhere. The football team, and I don't know what happened there, Odie. Pitcher decided that it didn't want to work there. Oh, here's one we need to show. Let me pull this back up.
Look at that.
They just cute as pie, wasn't they?
Man, yeah.
Studebaker, and you don't see those very often at all. Cheerleaders.
Now, there's the knight.
Got to have a horse.
Got to have a horse and got to have a knight.
More football players, soccer. And I don't know why it does that a little bit.
Yeah, just
but a big
tired.
turnout for I did not realize. Average kid walked away with a huge Walmart bag full of candy.
I didn't know anything about it.
It happened at 6 o'clock yesterday.
Well, I'll be darned.
So we went out and enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. We want to say thank you for the invite, for letting us come out to that. Enjoyed it a whole bunch there. And I'm not going to say, but I was told I couldn't show that picture.
You just told them not to put that in up there.
She said, "Don't you show my backside." I said, "What?"
They don't know who you are, maybe.
Coming up, we're going to check your forecast, let you know what's all going with that. And we'll also check what's going on this day in history.
Oh.
Congratulations to everybody that's going to be in the homecoming court. It was there. Hope you enjoyed yourself and you get to go to the ball game too.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with Scotty Ray and Odie.
Accidents happen. I should know. So if that deer jumps out in front of you, go see the professionals at Chest Paint and Body Shop. Chet can help you navigate the confusing world of insurance. From that insurance-provided photo estimate to the right to choose the body shop of your choice. And from a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. Chet is my shop of choice. I hope he's yours too.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Winnie says her grandsons play football at West Lauderdale.
Wyatt and Ray Spence.
Do you think you could figure out how to drive? We were just looking back at this Lamborghini. You think you could figure out how to drive it?
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't be an issue.
If you get us a little light there and you drive, I'll ride with you.
All right.
I don't want to get into... You want to talk about getting to the scene of a crime quick.
Yeah, but there ain't nowhere to put your camera.
We'll figure something out here. Those things are quick there.
Man.
Woo, have mercy there. So, again, a big thank you to a lot of people turned out for the event yesterday and enjoyed themselves there at the parade. More of that. Let's see here. Let me get things rolling here with this day in history. 1780.
Ooh.
Seems like a long time ago, doesn't it?
Just a little bit. Couple of years have passed.
I think the old boy started out with good intentions. And then he went and portrayed a guy named General George Washington, and it didn't work out well from there.
Don't you wish we still did that for treason?
Ooh, He got it there. He was hung as for being a spy. New York there. Benedict Arnold. And I would imagine, I guess $200 at that time was a lot of money back in 1790. Yeah. But he was hung as a spy. He didn't get away with what he done. Who remembers this guy?
Oh, genius. On silent movies, Groucho Marx.
He was, and that was a fake mustache, I take it.
Oh, it was. I've seen caterpillars like that before.
I was wondering if you were going there. We got to bring him in to talk about that. Where's the sheriff? We'll have to bring him in. This is one of the most lovable characters that ever went on TV. You couldn't help but laugh him. He was that chubby little boy that we all liked.
Yeah, Alfalfa's best friend.
Sure was. Anybody remember Spanky? He was born on this date. His real name is George McFarland, and he would pass away in 1993.
Wow.
But Spanky, I mean, that was it, man. Our gang.
Little Rascals.
And
the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
The sad part is those kids probably didn't get any residuals off of that program whatsoever. Because it was until I Love Lucy before anybody even done that.
That's right. I mean, she paved the way when it came to that because of putting her foot down, going, no, I won't. From now on, I want perpetual money.
Now, I know this guy was in other TV shows, but I saw him mostly on Little House on the Prairie. You'll remember him when I show this face. His name was Moses Gunn. He was born in 1929 on this date. And, man, what a show with morals.
Yeah.
Y'all remember him?
If we just get back to something like that.
Yes, sir, Bob. Back in the wagon days, but always a good mess with it. But I remember him, and I know he was in other Westerns and he'd done other things, but that part there that he played on Little House on the Prairie, I think we all remember. My hat keeps hitting that, Odie.
Your hat hitting it?
Yeah, it keeps bumping. Did you know was it 6 or 7 minutes long?
I'm not real sure how. It was long.
I drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry, singing Bye, Bye, Miss American Pie. I know people that know every single word to the song.
It's not quite as long as Alice's Restaurant.
I don't know Alice, but...
We talked about that last Thanksgiving. That you were supposed to go listen to Alice's Restaurant.
Yeah, I didn't. I admit it there. But
all right, Austin said almost 7 minutes long.
Well, what a song. Those good old boys was drinking whiskey and rye, singing "That'll Be the Day That I Die."
That'll be the day.
And then he got into the jesters, and I got lost at that point. And I'm sure at that point in time in America, all that meant something.
Yeah.
It had to be something to do with politics that was going on. But I don't think he ever done anything else, did he? Had a bunch of ex-wives since then.
Well, not that I know of, but me and music, that don't always mean anything.
And it was 1989 that I heard this name for the first time. We had gotten in. I remember how when I started in radio, I worked the overnight shift, so you got to dig through the new music that was sent in from Nashville. It'd come in a box, and you'd get to listen to it and play. You had more time at night, and old boy named Garth Brooks had sent in his, and I remember hitting play, and it said a worn-out tape of Chris Ledoux, and it was the first thing. And everybody goes, "Who does Chris Ledoux?" Did you know he was born in Mississippi?
No, I didn't.
Biloxi, Mississippi, born on this date back in 1948, Chris Ledoux. And of course, his song that would come out first that you would know would be "Cowboy's Hat." You've heard of that, haven't you?
Okay.
To where he goes into the restaurant and he sits down and the bikers start talking about his cowboy hat. And he goes, "Hang on there, buddy. This hat band was given me by somebody. But if you think you're man enough to come take it off my head, come on
over."
And it just told, "You'll ride a black tornado." I forget what else it said in the song, but strong. Chris Ledoux from Mississippi.
Well, I learn something every day on this show.
Rodeo star, and among many, many other things, and sold tapes out of the trunk of his car. And apparently it influenced Garth Brooks enough to mention it, and really it made him somebody because of Garth Brooks.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
1954, today was the day those famous words were said at the Grand Ole Opry. And it was said by somebody apparently that didn't know what they were doing, Odie.
Yeah. Everybody makes a mistake every now and then.
Son, won't you just go back to driving a truck? It was said today in 54 at the Opry.
I bet he didn't get a free ticket to the other concert.
Elvis would, of course, go on and do a lot with the Louisiana Hayride after that. And, of course, that just shot Elvis up. He helped with the Hayride. Hayride was a big competitor of the Opry. And, of course, the Opry was kind of, well, we'll just say it was the mafia of music. If you didn't do what they said, you didn't perform nowhere. And you had to be back in Nashville on Saturday night to play the show, or you didn't get a booking date nowhere. And that's why it was so tough on singers at the time. Of they'd be in Timbuktu, and Saturday night, a good paying gig, but you had to be back at the Opry.
Do you remember the Hayride that was here at the Temple Theater?
Do not.
That was always something. I want to say it was like every Friday night. They had music. Now, you had Dr. Matthews, the singing surgeon who would sing a lot. But that was back in the day, called the Hayride, right here at the Temple Theater.
Did not hear that. It would be nice to have a live show every Saturday night. At, something for us to, musicians and this, that, and the other. It'd be nice there. Starry Night. Never heard of that, Terry. Is that a song? I don't know. Then they said that Chris let Garth open a couple shows for him. 1958, you remember a guy named Jeffrey Wiseman?
McFly.
I'm going to... What's he played that part good.
He did. I wonder if that's all he's done, because I don't remember him in anything
I ain't
else.
seen him in nothing else. But, man, what an impact that show. Sometimes you can get that one part that you remembered from there on after.
Yeah.
That was probably one of those. This was invented in 1965. They say, I got some in my refrigerator at home.
That is, you know who invented it?
Somebody named Gator? Who?
It was invented. It was invented by the University of Florida for their football team, and the Florida Gators.
Yeah.
And it was to help them, pip them back up because water wasn't doing it, and so they called it Gatorade. Florida Gators.
Well, that makes sense.
And that's. But so that's where that came from.
Did you see the announcement from the governor of Louisiana yesterday? Yeah, boy, he's got these lefties all upset. He goes, I think here at LSU we need to bring the tiger back, meaning the live tiger. They've stopped it about 10 years ago.
Yeah, they used to track it in with the little cart
because they claimed that it was animal cruelty. So long as it's in bars while it's in there, I think it's okay. But will it happen? Will they get back the Tiger? It's possible.
I
There's
don't
talk.
care for LSU, but why not? It ain't
What's it gonna hurt?
nothing. The Tiger probably likes to get out there and look. It's kind of like looking at a menu. You just can't go inside and get nothing.
Look at all that yum.
Oh, I could get full up in here.
This will go down in history forevermore, being his greatest song that he ever done. He done a lot, but I guess I ought to get on back to school.
Rod Stewart.
Maggie May went number 1 on this date, 1971. Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. It's late September, and I really ought to be back at school.
Yeah.
I really like that. So, Rod Stewart, what?
Turnbow get mad at me.
The Tiger got sick. What did he get sick of?
I don't know. He got sick of seeing all that food, and he couldn't get nothing to eat. Turnbow must be LSU.
Maybe so there. No, they telling you to watch out. They're going to come get you.
He on it. I bet he can spell LSU. I still ain't seen nobody spell elephant.
I ain't getting in your arguments with people over this. 1971. Can you do? How did they use?
Soul Train.
There it was. It would debut tonight in 1971. Don Cornelius and all the dancers.
Oh man!
And that was a huge show.
Yeah, it was.
I can still see that little train coming.
It come on after cartoons.
Yep, and it was the following morning you'd have to wait for Fat Albert. Hey. But part of your childhood that you'll never forget, their Soul Train. And then eventually they would invent, what was it, Solid Gold Dancers, Solid Gold Saturday Night?
I didn't get into that. And I liked the Soul Train, but I didn't get into the Solid Gold Dancers.
I can remember this being in high school. I never owned an album. I never listened to a song of hers, but I know that there was a lot of young girls that were goo-goo over this girl. Her name was Tiffany. Do y'all remember her?
I think we're alone now.
Is that her song?
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
I saw it.
Oh, did you know the tune?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd never heard it.
I remember the song.
Born in 71. She was like a mall phenomenon. Is that the girl that was like the mall phenomenon?
Well, now that I'm not sure. Okay. What's a mall phenomenon?
Where they did many concerts across the U.S. in malls.
Oh.
And it was huge. I think she was the one.
I don't think I ever seen a concert at ours.
No. They turned the water fountain off at the old one, if you remember that.
Oh, they need to. Never mind.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Everybody's thinking what you're thinking. So y'all just think,
Be a good
Wody.
place to put them all.
1977, they would make some arrangements today, so to speak. 22, a few weeks ago, some 22 long white Cadillacs lined the streets of Memphis. They would deliver Elvis's body. Today, that Cadillac would go back up to remove the body of him and his mother and relocate them to Graceland. If you'll remember, an iconic picture there of that hearse turning the curve there.
Yeah.
Man, and they moved the body due to the fact that someone tried to break into Elvis's grave.
I mean, they wouldn't have found anything. He's not there, y'all. He's preaching.
I give him this. That guy does sound a lot like him.
He looks like him. He sounds like him. You know, there's a lot of conspiracy theories. Got the same scar, same crooked pinky, same height. There's a lot of stuff out there. Some of it is pretty funny to watch them.
I got a picture somewhere in an old photo album. You know how you meet somebody and you don't really realize who they are? It was a guy named, I remember shaking his hand and somebody took a picture of it. His name was Tim Dubois. And I thought, man, that's kind of tough for me to say from Mississippi. I did not realize at the time the impact this guy would have on the country music industry. Had a lot to do with Alan Jackson's career, and he also had a lot to do with this group's. He had a cigar. I remember he had a cigar that night I met him. It was at a country club in Nashville, and he come up, shook his hand. Real nice fella, and he would be responsible for getting Alabama rolling there with Love in the First Degree was one of the first. Smart guy.
Love in the First Degree.
I once thought
wish
of
I
love
could
as a
sing.
prison, a place I didn't want to be.
Golly,
So
I
long
wish I
ago.
could sing. Don't you?
Yeah.
I could have fun.
Me and you'd be down there somewhere every night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could draw a crowd with our sing.
So y'all hang on, we gotta go to a scene. We'll be right back.
Now we'll push a crowd away.
We have a tendency to do that.
See, everybody thinks Bob Joyce is Elvis. A lot of people. Terry says just do a DNA test. I don't think he wants to.
Well, then that would mess up the theory.
Yeah, he can't. I mean,
Do you remember? I remember as a kid, like 78, 79, somebody'd snap a picture in front of a Burger King somewhere and go, "It's Elvis." He always hung out at Burger King's on the road.
Yeah,
Burger King got a lot of mileage out of that.
yes, they did.
There's a lot of people that this was probably Hollywood's best kept secret for years and years and years, that Hollywood's leading man was not really into all those dates that he had. He would pass away today back in 1985 due to complications from AIDS, if I remember correctly there.
That's it.
Rock Hudson. And again, he was like, we'll just move on to the next story.
Somebody said it was food poisoning, but I don't know.
Let's see. 1998, Gene Autry.
Gene Autry.
Boy, I like that one a lot there. Gene Autry, the singing cowboy, passed away on his 91st birthday there in California. Gene Autry was Here Comes Santa Claus. Here comes,
Oh, yeah.
right down Santa Claus line.
Well,
One of
he's
his
on
biggest
his
there.
way.
So, well, you're not lying.
Yeah, he fixing to be here.
But remember now, the king of the cowboys is Roy.
Roy had it.
Roy just come along. He was that encyclopedia salesman that you didn't want showing up at your door while you were at work. Wouldn't work out well. But Roy he took the silver screen, and then of course he would hook up with Dale, and it would just go on and on. And he was good at what he did. Do you remember this? This guy, I don't think he ever did a movie, but he done every game show there was.
And what was that, Hollywood Squares or something? That was funny.
Nipsey Russell passed away on this date back in 2005. He was on Match Game, Password, Hollywood Squares, the Pyramid, $25,000 Pyramid.
Yep,
he was
yep.
a great comedian. And what was that woman named Brett that she smoked on the set?
Yeah, she had them glasses. It was
Yeah.
about yay big. Yeah.
Resembled your prom date?
Yeah, she did.
It was Brett something. And Autry. Did we put a D there? Autry.
Oh, Lord.
It could be a spell mischeck there.
No, I'm looking at Amy.
What's she doing?
She spelt elephant.
Why did she go and do that?
I think she had spell check. I'm sorry, baby.
Anita says that Senator Tim from Mississippi impersonated Elvis. He was good at it.
Okay.
Back in the saddle. You're right, Steve. I appreciate that. I'd forgotten about that. Brett
in the
Summers,
saddle.
that's her name that we're looking for. That's who she was.
Brett Summers.
Them big glasses. You couldn't miss her there. Let's see what else went on today. Darius Rucker, the guy who sang Wagon Wheel.
Yeah.
He is good, who was also Hootie.
Yep. Hootie and the Blowfish.
Joined the Opry back in 2012. You want to talk about somebody that can really understands two genres. His songs told stories. Not many of them do that.
He wasn't much to look at, but he could sing.
He could. Tom Petty, and if you'll name a few of his songs, we'll both know them.
As soon as Amy tells me what they are, I will.
And I do know that I know some of his music.
Oh, I know a lot of his.
But 17, he passed away, so that's been 8 years ago.
Seven.
This is 4 and 3.
3 is 7.
Okay.
Unless you're doing Common Core, 8 would be correct.
See, in 46,
Free Falling, yeah, that was one of his.
Blueberry Hill in a movie while riding his horse across the desert. Huh, I never heard that one. I'll have to look at that. He sang Free Falling?
Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be some more.
Oh, yeah, he had a bunch of them.
Seemed like there was one that I liked a lot, but I'll have to go back and look for that.
The Joker and the Toker, wasn't that Tom Petty?
I'm a Joker. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We'll be back, Scotty Ray and Odie, as we travel along this morning. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt, whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need to keep you dry in those wet conditions. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger, Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. And welcome back, Scotty Ray Report. We got a big thing coming up Friday night.
We do. Friday, instead of being on Fifth Street, it's going to be down on Front Street. That's got to be a song. Down on Front Street. We got Full Moon on Rail Friday night is going to be taking place there on Front Street down at the
Railroad Museum.
Railroad Museum.
Tony Southern Sportsman.
Yeah, right there under the bridge. Great place. They've had it there last time. A lot of work being done on Fish Street, so they had to move it. But it is a great place to put on a nice concert. So go down there and have Friday night at Full Moon on Rails this time.
See if I pronounce this group's name right. The Palindorms, how you pronounce that?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. We'd like
Palindromes.
Palindromes.
I guess they're going to be the ones singing.
See, back in the good old days when you go like, the Eagles are here, I could jump right on a name like that. And
yeah. Yeah, or Steve Miller Band, since I was messed all that up. That sang
Alabama.
Alabama, yeah.
They do rock and country, and they'll do a lot of covers. So come on out to join them. We're going to work with them on and getting an easier name is what we're going to do.
Or just cut it to para. We got something else coming up that I want to bring up. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 12th.
What's happening then?
Sukalina's famous fish fry.
For fish fry?
Fish fry. And you can get chicken if you want chicken to go along with it. But this year, we're giving away on our raffle $400 gift card from the Rock House Trading Post, a $200 gift card from Al's Garden and Gift, and a $200 gift card from the Back Porch. $2 a chance, or 3 for $5, and you can go to Rock House, you can go to Al's Garden and Gifts, you can go to the Back Porch.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, go to Mr. Rogers Hamburgers, or you can come to Lima and get your tickets, or any other Sukalina Volunteer Fire Department. Come out there, help us in our big fundraiser.
Let me warn you, if you go down to Mr. Rogers to buy that, you're going to probably end up with a chili hamburger. Have you tried that chili hamburger?
Chili cheeseburger. Oh.
I watched Greg eat that one day, and I thought, that just doesn't sound right.
He did it.
And then he convinced me.
It looked like the Coneheads eating a Subway sandwich.
But boy, let me tell you,
good, isn't it?
That chili on there is the, I don't know, yeah, it's he's got the market on it. It's good.
Yeah. So go down there and get you one of them and pick you up. Look, 3 for $5.
There you go.
You're talking. We got some, and we got more prizes, but that's our top one. So go down there and check that out.
Oh, another big thing, we talked about candy yesterday out at West Lauderdale. Look at here.
Yes.
The Candy Crawl is coming to downtown Meridian. It will be Saturday, October the 26th, run from 1 to 4. Businesses can go ahead and drop by the Community Development Office to sign up. It's free to give the kids to the candy. It's going to be a lot of fun. All the kids come out for this. It was humongous last year.
It was.
So if you can make plans to do that, kids will love it.
So last night you went and did the parade.
Right.
Did you do anything else? Did you watch any TV?
I know that I watched maybe 5 or 6 minutes of the vice presidential debate. From what I'm reading this morning, all are saying that Vance probably was a step ahead and could be pronounced the winner of that.
I watched it, and I'm with that. I mean, Vance, he won, but I've got to give kudos. because that was a truly
Debate?
awesome debate. They did not yapper back and forth. They didn't get upset. They talked about what they're wanting to do.
So you're saying you actually could understand what they were...
100%. Oh, my gosh. I've never seen a debate that I actually liked in my life. Never. Never has there been one like it. Kudos to both of them.
That's good.
It goes back to the same thing. Democrats are wanting to push out more free money, more we're government, we're here to help you, we'll take care of you. You don't even have to think no more.
All right, now tell me this.
And tax raise, we're gonna charge you more.
How did he answer? Because I know it was asked about Trump's, because he dodged it some kind of a way of about, was the election stolen? How did he do that? Did he just jump to the next thing, or was he clever?
No, he didn't come out and answer it, and he did talk about it. Both of them kind of went around a circle, but neither one of them completely dodged a question.
They gave some form of an answer.
They gave
something.
some form of an answer. Both of them said, I like his idea. I like his
Terry
idea.
said they were very polite.
Very polite.
And that's good, if we could have more of that.
Walt said, my 17-year-old son watched somebody get shot, when they were talking about gun control. And when it came Vance's turn to speak, he turned around, he said, Tim, I didn't know your 17-year-old son had to experience that. I'm sorry. I don't think that's right. These two guys were cordial. After it was over with, each one of them's wife came up. They stood there. They shook hands. They introduced each other's wives to them. They shook hands, and they stayed there and talked for a few minutes before getting off the stage. It was great.
Barbara says they were both gentlemen, huh? And that's
they really,
good statement.
Really were. I was proud to see those two guys handle the debate right. Vance was still, hey, the government didn't bring you in this world. The government ought not raise you, and the government ought not give everybody a check. Go out and make your money for yourself. What we are going to do is make sure we can try and get jobs back here so you can go to work and make a living. And then we're going to bring taxes down so you can at least have a decent living, put money back to take care of yourself when you retire. It was government take care of you, you take care of yourself kind of deal.
So at the end of the day with this, and I think you and I touched on this before we went live, do you feel that a vice presidential sways anyone's vote when they go into that poll, or are they worried more about who is going to be the president, or does that vice presidential candidate sway it? Both of these guys are not A-listers in the political. They've been seen a lot.
No.
Vance spoke very well.
Both of them really did, and I'll give it to Waltz. I mean, he spoke well too. It was back and forth.
Do you think it could be an influence?
I do, because neither one of them were on a defense. Neither one of them shunned the other one. Now, they did push back on each one of them's policies, and I think that's the key. I think that's what needs to be done. You talk about policies and what your policies are compared to your to your opponent, and I think a lot of that was covered last night. And with Harris and Trump, I think both of them were on defense, more Trump.
Oh yeah,
and they a lot more rhetoric that didn't need to be out there. I want policy. I want to know what your policy is. We all know Trump's policy.
After watching him, if something were to happen to Trump, do you feel that he could be a leader?
Oh,
and
yeah.
I guess we all got to look at that
of
any presidential candidate.
I really do.
Okay.
He stepped up, and what we saw with him, I see. If we can get Trump in there, and that means every single one of us have got to go vote. We get Trump in there, in 4 years, he can run for president and he's electable, because the guy is smart. And they ask him, says, "Well, you said that you were against him.
Do you think Nikki Haley gonna let that happen? She's gonna be talking about him like he's a redheaded stepchild."
And Nikki Haley don't have Snowball's chance in the down below.
And then also, I think we'll see in 4 years, what's his name from Florida kind of bounce back after that disaster. I don't think we're done with him yet.
I don't think so. And maybe he can be the running mate for Vance.
What about Ted Cruz? Has he finally figured out that he'll never be president?
Ted Cruz, you're a senator in Texas. Stay down there.
Yeah, he's likable, but he ain't presidential material.
No, he's not. He's pushed his own deal. They brought up January 6th again. Why not? They've got to do something. And the bottom line is Trump tried to say, look, here's the military, anything you want. And Pelosi, she's come out and admitted to it. Of course, her daughter's the one that
accidentally videoed it.
The video where she said, no, we're not going to do that. I didn't want any of that. That was planned, but it was planned on the Democrat side, not the Republican side. But so many uneducated people, and there's so many uneducated people that don't understand.
Let me explain
what, really
what you mean by that. When Odie says uneducated, he's not talking about your education. He's talking about your research into politics. I want to be very clear.
Yeah, I'm not saying your first, second, third grade, fourth grade.
It's his politics.
12th grade. It's the politics. You don't study the politics, and you don't study what really each individual policy is going to do.
Do this on a local level. We got a big election coming up in Meridian. Although I don't live in the city, you don't live in the city. Whoever is mayor has huge influence. Now, the city council has a lot to do with it too, and those votes count. But y'all study your candidate. Coming up, we're going to tell you about two people, famous people, who passed away yesterday.
This is just something bad that's been going on for the last week. Stick with us.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. They carry the Nixon tire with free roadside hazard service, along with high-tread used tires. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit ParisRents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows,
call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back, and we've all seen these guys, and it seems as though when celebrities go, it's several in a row. And
that everything comes in threes. Well, it's been like everything come in five. Yeah.
Yesterday, we would find out that this guy would pass away. You know him from American Pickers, Frank. Yeah. He climbed over piles and piles of junk to offer you money for your stuff. He wasn't but 60, Odie. I thought he was older.
Daddy was 60 when he died. I'm getting closer to that, and
I wasn't gonna bring that up. I know. What did Frank die of?
Stroke. He had a stroke a couple years ago, and this was complications from that stroke.
What do you know about the controversy in between him and that weird guy that's still on the show?
I don't know a whole lot. I know they had it out and kind of separated from there.
He got upset there when the other one, which I can't think of his name, brought in his brother, and he, it was kind of like he was getting eased out, and he got kind of upset over the situation.
Call that butt hurt.
Yeah, that's what they call that. And apparently it was all done legal, but he wasn't too happy over that. Now, another name that I think we all know.
This was sad because we all grew up with John Amos, and look, Dynamite. I mean, good times and everything he did. McDowell's restaurant. You remember
Sure did.
McDowell's restaurant?
Coming to America.
Coming to America. This guy came in, and the shows that he did, the sitcoms, the movies, they taught us life lessons. He came into our house every day, and we learned stuff from him, and we just lost John Amos.
Yeah. Now
I hate that.
They just released the information. The actual date of his death was August the 21st.
Yeah.
But it was just released that it happened. And I remember,
Natural causes, I believe,
Yeah.
for him, wasn't it? Yeah.
Same thing with Eddie Rabbit. Eddie Rabbit had been gone for quite some time before they told his death. And sometimes you can keep quiet, but he was a tough dad. He kept JJ straight.
He did. Well, I mean, poor JJ, he was always asking for it.
Remind me, didn't the plot when he left the show say he'd come to Mississippi to go look for work? Am I not?
Something like that.
And then he got killed or something
Yep.
in an accident. Something. Florida. That was the mom's name.
That was Mount Florida. Yep.
And,
Wow.
But he
Mike.
played that part good.
Mike was the guy on American Pickers.
Mike, sure was. I just never, if you watch the show, if I had to pick who I liked a little bit better, I'd have to go with Frank. Mike just seems like his taste in bicycles.
He was stuck on bicycles.
He didn't buy stuff that I would buy.
Frank was big on signs. He
Yeah.
always wanted to buy signs, but then he would buy a little bit of everything.
I remember he bought a couple cars that were way overpriced. And some of the guys that they would call to look at stuff, I'm thinking, you are really valuing that more. Most of that stuff to me is junk.
Yeah, you can't put sentimental value on something like
It's
on
like
a lot of that stuff.
Motor oil cans. Maybe my wife, who does decorations, I don't know. It ain't for me. Toys,
Yeah,
that was big on the
toys.
show.
Well, there was one thing, and now that I've collected it, it probably won't be worth a dime. But as soon as they took Pluto off from being a planet, I went and got me 2 planetariums. Where you build.
Oh, I thought
these
you were talking
malls.
about Pluto.
Not the dog, the planet.
Odie, ain't nobody collecting that but you. I don't want to hurt your
days,
feelings.
But one of these days, they're still in boxes and they're packed up. And, yeah. So that's what was wrong with him. He was a Bama fan.
Deborah said she liked Mike more. It's just, Mike was easy to understand. I just his buying habits didn't reflect mine. And there was a lot of other people that does this. There was I guess it's the only show quite like that, isn't it? And then, the girl with the multiple
piercing and tattoos.
Yes, sir. She scares me.
Yeah, she run the office per se. I think she's on the road some now with Mike.
And yet again, when she goes and buys stuff, I go, I wouldn't buy that. Yeah. I have to identify with the character before I can really.
Yeah.
That's just my 2 cents there on the subject. Not always right. Let's see. Northeast High School is having a family fun night, Odie. October the 29th, toward the end of the month, from 5 to 8 p.m. So come on out. They're going to have chili dogs and all types of things there at Northeast High School. And again, if you've got an event coming up, make sure to get that to us. We want to let everybody know about it. We'll be glad to share that.
Before safe spaces and people got their feelings hurt, we called them Halloween carnivals.
Yes, we did. We got this one also coming up, Odie, as we look for live music at Fam Jam. Couch in the Woods is going to be, I had to ask that, and I said, what is Couch in the Woods? And it's an actual name of a band.
Oh.
Roderick.
I thought it was a sitting place.
I did too. When I looked at it, I thought, well, that's different. But a lot of folks are going to be singing there. Daniel House will be there, and many, many more. That's going to happen coming up before long on October the 5th, Saturday. So come on out for that one also. Many, many events going to be happening this weekend that we hope that you can attend. Let me see here. I thought we had one more birthday slip in on us right there at the end. I may have missed it.
Oop. Go back up real quick. And no.
Okay. All right. Well, it's time to do some birthdays there, Odie.
Birthday, we can do that. Let's see, we've got Gary Swanner's having a birthday. Jeff Bowles is having a birthday. Ryan and Olivia Brown, 14 years together. And Charlie and Debbie Brown are celebrating 42 years.
Well, that's
and Charlie and Debbie is the parents of Ryan.
Get out of here.
Look at there.
Same day. How'd that work out?
I don't know. I guess
was that planned?
Well, it's got to. I mean, that way they can help tell each other when they got married.
Well, how come they didn't get married on Mike Reed's anniversary? His father-in-law.
Well, now that's.
I'm thinking there was some favoritism going on here.
I do too. I'd have to say something about it. They should have just split right down the middle.
Where's Mama Jean in this? What'd she have to say about it?
We need to find that. Inquiring minds want to know. We need to find out.
Somebody got slighted is all I'm saying.
Kyla Williams is 11. And Jeff Fuller, 63 years young today.
All righty then.
Good deal. Oop, let me pull up. I got.
What you got?
We got the main thing.
Oh, yeah, we got to do that also. Hey, I always like to say a big thank you to these guys who work hard behind the scenes there. EMEPA out on the job fixing a power line that was down. Got to have that. These guys work hard near and far. Always helping other states as well.
Yeah, and I'm talking about some hard work. You see them out there. Get them some water.
Did you say Debbie instead of Betty?
I did say Debbie.
Ooh, it's Betty.
Betty, I'm sorry.
Ooh. Because she's wanting to know who Debbie is.
Coach Grant Hill's got a birthday. Yes. But yes, I'm sorry, Betty.
I didn't know we had the Highway 15 yard sale this weekend either.
Highway 15 yard
That's
sale.
Newton County is where that happens each year.
Is it the whole highway?
Well, I think they block it off there.
If I say birthday one more time, did I say birthday?
Did you say
instead
it with
of
an L?
birthday? I don't know.
You're going to scream.
He's going to scream.
Don't say birth.
So if I say birthday again, that's third time you screamed, Ruben.
Hey, we got a couple new police officers before we get into this. We want to welcome them to the force.
Yes. Going to be a great addition to Meridian Police Department.
Casey.
Good to see new officers coming on.
Casey is one, and then we also have James joining us there also. New guy there. So welcome to the force. You'll see them around somewhere in the city. We welcome them. All right, Odie, I'm going to let you take us out with a Bible verse as we go out.
We're going to go to Proverbs 4, verse 23. Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. If you keep a pure heart, everything you do will be pure. If you have a loving heart, everything you do will be love. If you have a hatred-filled heart, everything you do will be driven out of hate. Keep your heart clean. Keep it full of Jesus, and keep your soul in the right spot. Invite God into your life today. He'll make a difference and give you everlasting life. And all you've got to do is ask Him to forgive you for your sins. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thursday be here tomorrow. Friday's coming, which means the weekend. Until then, remember. Oh, and that girl will be back. Until then, remember, we love you. Have a great day.